Well, we finally made it to Austria. Yesterday was a long day of travel, and we were really glad to get in, even though it was almost midnight before we got to the hotel. We are staying at the Hotel Bristol. We'll give you a room tour and a hotel tour later. So for our day, we started off our day at about 6 a.m. hitting the airport in Tampa. Right off the bat, we had a problem as we went through security. Janetta's passport birth date and ticket birth date didn't match. So they sent us back to the ticket counter. Luckily, we were able to jump ahead of the line. They took care of us right away, and we went back to security. Security whisked us through the line, and even with the mix-up, we were able to get through security in less than a half an hour. But that was only the start of our troubles. We went up to the lounge, had some breakfast, and found out our flight was delayed by an hour and a half to 9:30. And so we whiled away our time in the Delta Sky Lounge in the Tampa airport. The Tampa Sky Lounge has ample seating, and it also overlooks the gate and boarding areas. There is a private meeting space in the back. And also some sound isolation booths. As expected, they have the obligatory coffee machines and a bar, but the bar doesn't open up until 7 a.m. For food offerings, they have a full buffet where they had eggs, bacon, potatoes, assorted danishes, French toast, fruits, and all types of breads. There was even a cold storage area for milks and yogurts. We had planned on a 5.5-hour layover in New York anyway, and so now it was down to 4. Actually, that would have worked out better. Then 9:30 dragged on to 10:30. We boarded. Then they had a mechanical issue with some type of light in the cockpit. They tried to fix it, couldn't, and we had to deplane. So we're sitting in the airport waiting for a new plane while they try to fix the old plane. 10:30 went to 11, 11 to 11:30, 12, 12:30, and then we finally reboarded the plane again. We get out, push back, storm rolls through, and there's a ground halt on all flights. So we sit there for another hour and a half. We finally take off, I think about 2:30. It's a 2.5-hour flight to New York, and our flight to Paris is scheduled to leave at 4:30. By the time we get to New York, of course, our flight to Paris is already left. So we decide to hoof it to Terminal 1, which is a long, long way from Terminal 4. And we check in at the Air France ticket counter. Now, they've already rescheduled our flights. We're supposed to take off 4 p.m. the next day. But then Janetta pleads in her most pitiful voice, "Don't you have anything sooner?" And they start looking around, and they find some flights for us. We have a helpful Delta lady and a helpful Air France gentleman. They hook us up, and they have our flight scheduled. The only problem is that now we're going to take off about 11 p.m. that night, get into Paris, and then have a 9-hour layover in Paris. We had about a 4-hour wait before our flight into Paris, so we moseyed down to the Air France Business Lounge at JFK. The lounge is 2 levels, and we were told to go up to the 2nd level. I guess it's a capacity issue. Again, just like in Tampa, there was ample seating for everyone, and there really was no issue with overcrowding. For food, They had a really good soup station with a really good split pea and ham soup. There was a salad station with green salad, pasta salad, corn salad, and some type of couscous salad and the typical accompaniments, as well as hot food station with quiche, some type of vegetable casserole, rice, a beef stew, and a fish dish. I tried the beef stew. It was decent. Nothing to write home about. There was plenty of fruit, as well as an assortment of breads and cookies. Also, there were cheeses and desserts. On the other side of the buffet, there's the coffee station, as well as free-flowing wines and liquor. We boarded our flight to Paris and took off around 11 p.m. I wish I could give you a better description of the business class offering, but within 10 minutes of taking off, I was out. And I didn't wake up again until they served breakfast 1.5 hours before the flight landed. The business lounge in Paris Charles de Gaulle was very busy. Just like any other business class, there was plenty of seating, and there was also ample food available. The food wasn't really restaurant quality, but it was decent enough for us to get our fill. As one would expect in France, there was plenty of free-flowing wine. There were other amenities, such as a Clarins spa, showers, and then a relatively quiet sleeping area. Janetta actually took a 2-hour nap on one of these lounges during our 9-hour layover. We finally take off from Paris to Vienna about 9 p.m., pretty much on time, and we get to Vienna, catch a cab, and we finally get to the Hotel Bristol at midnight. Considering we were supposed to arrive in Vienna at 1 o'clock, we were in total 11 hours late. But all's well that ends well. So now we've had breakfast, we're back in our room relaxing, and we're getting ready to take the 10-minute walk to the Spanish riding school where Janetta can see the Lipizzaner stallions.